Yo! What up, what up, what up? Was I working on stuff? I was working on stuff. I was working on stuff. Can I do this? Worlds happened. Yeah, Worlds happened. It was fun. I worked my ass off. I barely got a butt now. Time of a question? Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever had a dream that you had you could you'll do you once you could do so you'll never could you want them to do so much you could do anything? Not recently, but yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm a man, so obviously I've had this dream before. I'm a grown-ass adult, so obviously I've had this specific dream before. Yeah, you're welcome. Let me... Viewer awards? Not UVS related, but you see the new Fab Set trailer? I did. It's very cool. It's very cool, Chichi. What's going on in UVS Worlds this year? Great question, Thantech. It's what happened. It was this past weekend. Am I going to the Calling in Memphis for Fab later this month? It depends. It truly depends. I'm not 100% positive, honestly. You know, if only someone did like a 15-minute recap YouTube video. Are you talking to me? Are you asking if I would do that? Homie, what are we doing right now? We're doing it right now live. We're literally doing it right now. Did you travel abroad for my first time to go to the world premiere? For what? For which part? Which one? What? Wait, what? FabSet 19 premiere. It's in Prague, so it's cheap to get from the UK. I mean, that sounds cool. I don't know how much it would be for me. I mean, it would be cool. I would love it to go across to go overseas for that. That would be cool. Flights are like 80 for a return ticket. That's incredible. That's so good. That's so good. You should definitely do that. So people still playing the dumb aggro 30 plus health characters? Do people learn how to play card games yet? There's lots of stuff being played. Looking over the results, it seems like Void underperformed the weekend comparatively to not as hyped up. What do you feel Void needs going into Godzilla rotation to return to competitive viable? Whoa, what a huge question. What a huge question. I think the reason Void didn't show up is because no Rodans topped Cannonball. Like if a Rodan topped, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You'd be like, oh shit, Void's nuts. But we just like didn't have one top. Bring back Void kicks? Maybe. I think that the Void just got a crazy card in Batra Arrives. So I don't 100% know. Whoops. I don't 100% know if it needs it, truthfully. Honestly, my hot take about this weekend is Rodan would have eaten the grand final decks alive, but they just hit bad matchups. I don't think it's a hot take. I think that's fair. I will say that like Godzillas were running through Rodans via the weekend, so it's there. Batra Rise is the new Macho, yes, but Batra stops any ability that happens on that card. Form, enhance, response. If you play the thing on it, Batra can stop it and then seal it. It's wild. It's wild. It's, did you play an ability on a foundation? No, you didn't. Seal it. It does not stop enhances. It stops it all. It is insane control. It's insane control. And the fact that it's not unique, you like slam a couple, like you get into your turn with like turn 2, turn 3 with 2 of those, and it's like my rival's stage literally doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's crazy. You get what a hard deck to play through. It's not even unique. Correct. It is not unique. Excited for the new Ghidorah. Agreed. Agreed. New Ghidorah looks cool. Almost made it today, but it's probably gonna be like a tomorrow angle. I think Order and Good are gonna go crazy next set. True. I made a good deck earlier today and it was sick. Tam making a good deck instead of a bad one is character development. Oh, Twitch chat. Oh, you got me again. Oh, you got me. Oh, you got me again. The new Kevin has a puzzle-solving brain going, thinking allies. But are there any other keywords you recommend on? Truly, I've not looked at Kevin one bit. Truly, I have not looked at Kevin. I will get around to Kevin when I can. Truthfully. I saw the person deck you made. Hilarious idea to staple stun 3. Yeah, I think that one is good. Am I excited that Invincible getting set? Holy cow, I'm excited for Invincible. How many attendance at Worlds this year? We had 114 day 1 and like 60 day 2, which is not bad. Which is not bad. All right, I have done the advertising, done my job. Like 120 altogether, then yeah, and 16 from day 2 or day 1 made it into day 2, and so yeah, roughly a little more than, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's worse than last year's. Yeah. No, last year's Worlds there were 64 people that were allowed to play total in the actual event, and in the lead up, I don't think it was over 100. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Truthfully, I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know. Hello, Cohen. It was 80 something in LCQ. Okay. That's fair. There's probably about 200 people in total attending. You mean this year or last year, Hitch? $80 exactly, actually. That's funny, Cody. This year, got it. I mean, it makes sense. I guess I didn't even think about the fact that, like, you know, I was so I was so lock solid, like so focused on the main event itself that I didn't even contemplate the fact that like we had the world premiere for Godzilla happen, and I'm sure a bunch of people came just for that. We had Heroic 2 and Retro and teams that were happening. Like there was a ton of game being played. A ton of games. I think both events sold out for the pre-release. Yeah, we had to stop opening packs on stream because of it. It was sick. That's good then. I'm glad the geopolitics didn't shoot the event that much then. I mean, there is like there's like 2 levels of the geopolitics, right? Level 1, like the this shit doesn't matter, it's just card games, is like there are no longer regionals in overseas next year. So people like decided to not support that way. And then like the overarching thing is like my country's trying to start World War III, and god damn are we good at it. God damn are we good at it. The best in the world, possibly. Possibly the best in the world. At least nowadays. Other countries might have taken the cake before. Nowadays, we have pushed to number 1. We're champs. We're champs. We got to be number 1 at everything, including starting wars. So, we're so fucking good at it. And so like understanding that climate, people not coming over, I get that too. But it's a good event. It was dope. It was dope. I'm gonna pull up the stream though. So I guess interfering in the Middle East is yeah, and you know what? We'll get them this time. I believe we'll get them this time. Live. What a crazy picture to have on there. There were 281 unique UGN accounts registered into Worlds events. Day 1 had 106 registrants, but 92 of those didn't play and only got their package. Interesting. That's a cool number. Man, we gotta fix our thumbnail game. Our thumbnail game is bad. we gotta fix this. We'll get it fixed. It's easy. 189 different humans in the room. That's very cool. From every report I've heard, it sounds like it was the best Worlds event thus far. Go, buddy. Genuinely, yeah. Hands down, and it's not close. Hands down, and it's not close. It was so good. It was good. But yeah, my entire, I guess I should do this. My entire stream tonight, honestly, is to just like talk to you guys about Worlds, because like I know the results of all the matches, and I'm sure that the casters did a good job and everything, and I don't know how to necessarily like pull up the stream and like talk about it without you guys like asking specific questions about it, you know? What was the Portillo's index at? I had Portillo's twice over the weekend. Both times were delivered, and so it was not amazing, but it was still fucking dope. Whoa, those shorts in the middle were so cool in the Be Right Back screen. You're so right. You're so right, Rebby. You're so right. Man, I really wish that I could set up a poll for Twitch. Man. Universes. And then I guess yeah, I just can't pull up my Twitch poll. That's fine. Definitely appreciate the attempt to ensure a quality presentation on stream, although the weekend wore on with a quality cringe 80 with the quality hit cringe 80 GQ couch commentary. Def needs commentary to focus on the game during gameplay. Cannonball, I think that's fair. I think that's... I'm gonna swap my music a bit. I think that's fair. I think commentary, I mean, that's feedback that I will certainly give them. But I do think that there are some of those matches where it is very difficult to talk about the game. Maybe we went a little buck wild when we started talking about other things. But like, hey man, you try casting during that Mark Tyner versus Midoriya match and see how much you can focus on. Man, I can't believe he built one past again. Man, I can't believe he built one past. He built one and it didn't even go into a stage. What could this possibly do? What could this possibly do? Commentary getting distracted by other shit is classics of fighting game commentary, so I want more of it, frankly. I think there's a fine line to be had. Thoughts on why Mikasa 4 didn't really pop off as people thought she would. Also, there was very little Deku rep on day 1, which was surprising to me. So the answer to that, T-Bread, is... you know what I can do, actually? I can do this. And then Stream Manager. I can bring this here. Jacob! Thanks for 26 months, man. That's very kind.
What's up?
That's so kind. I have no idea why the TTS announcement went through my speakers. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I think I could do this. Top right, and it's fine. Yeah, I'm not leaking nothing. Okay. Love to see Zeke is still good even after the bans. Zeke's very good. Backup serves stronger than ever. The OC pioneered Deku decks have always been the most impressive games. Just look at last World's match of me versus Ryan where I built 14 in 2 turns and then killed him. Tantex the GOAT. Yeah, it's I'm getting distracted. So beep, 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 boop. Oh, it's a YouTube comment. That's the reason I can't do it. Can I pop you out? Share link stream. I can't pop you out. I can't pop you out. Oh, stop. I'm gonna do this before I get in trouble. Okay. Yeah, I can't pop it out, which is annoying. Because TS Bread had a good comment. Okay. Thoughts on why Mikasa didn't really pop off as people thought she would? I think the answer is that people absolutely were gunning for her. Like, for sure they were gunning for her. And so, like, I think this is just a lot of people she had probably the biggest target on my head, on her head. If we she just had the biggest target, right? And so it is tough to overcome that. Although I do think she does have the tools. Satona's in chat. Tim says Mikasa was in the crosshairs all day and is nowhere near broken enough to overcome that. I think she might be close, genuinely. Like every time that I play tested her and I fought against things like Scales of Juno and shit, like I was fine. Like it never really bothered me, right? It truly never really bothered me. I just like wanted to, like, I don't know. I think that Ryan's deck was like so close to being what I would have brought. It's so close to what I would have brought. I'm actually gonna look at the Metaverse's deck and see how close it is to mine. Worlds Day 1. Ryan Field got 6th with Mikasa. So like it's a hella deep run. What's middle screen? Top right? Top right's fine. And then do this so I'm not blinded. Yeah, dual needle lunge. I mean, like, okay, so let's be clear here. I don't think that this list, I think that the 7 damage throw is the correct thing to do. I will say it again. I'll say it over and over again. Luna Ring was the correct play. I will go to my dying breath. I think what Constantine did is, like, with this list is very cool and good and awesome. I think that Dust Attack does not pull its weight, truthfully. And all the testing I've done, it did not pull its weight. Same with Lethal Rending. This card's fine. Why is my... Can I see a Lethal Rending? Is that just not a card I'm allowed to look at? Can I look at Lethal Rending? It's just... Can you guys still see me? Is it just my internet? What? Okay, I guess I won't look at his list. Whatever, dude. But yeah, I think that Luna Ring is just the way to do it. I think that is just the correct thing, and the fact that decks weren't playing that is just bad. And not bad. I think it's unoptimized. I think having a 10 damage throw is just like crazy, and the fact that sometimes there are 1 diffs is like stupid. Even them being 5 diffs, right? Like the thing that people don't get is like you're just allowed to play that on turn 2, right? You play an anchor toss, you give it 3 damage, you draw your 2 cards, you clear it. You just play Luna on the 5 and you check the 5. Like that happens all the time. That happens all the time. You just check the 5. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. And I just like don't get why people like are off Luna. I mean, now I get it because Dual Needle Lunge's gone. Dual Needle Lunge is gone. You got to figure out what to do with your life. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Do you guys have any questions specifically about the broadcast? If you want, I can like take you through a bit of a timeline of like what my event looked like, because it was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. By the way, the broadcast was super good. Thank you, Sketch. I appreciate that. That's very kind. Very, very kind. It was just a ton of work. It was just a ton of work. Man, I wish my poll worked. Sure, a timeline would be neat. You're on for all 4 regionals, right? I have not signed any contracts for these 4 regionals. But I have a verbal agreement that yes, I will be there for all 4. Have you shown the deck list you would have played? No, I have not. I've not shown the deck list I would have played. Because I don't know. It's none of the deck lists that I have were refined at all, right? I've not. I haven't refined anything at all. I just didn't do it. But okay, yeah. We can talk about timelines. So on my end, it is. Do we know the dates and locations for all the regionals this year? I do, but I don't know if it's there, right? Um, my timeline for events. I started work on this production about 2 months ago, and it was. I can show you this. Middle screen, top right. Okay, so I work out of Canva because that's just what I'm familiar with when it comes to like YouTube thumbnails and such. And so I'm every thing that I made here, I made with Canva in mind. With like caster predictions and a lot of these, like I had like I had these screens and templates from I had these screens and templates from a previous event from I don't even know, from Atlanta, I think. Yeah, if you look, here's the Atlanta Decklist spotlights. And so a lot of this was like plug and play, but there was some like small stuff that I wanted to add and change, such as where is my master? Such as, and there's no leakies here. I wanted to add a regional history page to the event, and do stuff like this, right? Because I think that this is neat, having a where do they come from inside of the event. And so this just it just took a lot of work. But one of the first things that we ended up doing was we made a playmat that you guys get to see on. That's a weird Barlow pick. It is a weird Barlow pick. It is a weird Barlow pick. Hey, you gotta have pictures. And so I should be able to pop in because of it. My initial testing or whatever, we ended up making like one of the first thing that got solidified on my end, at least, was this playmat, which man, I love this playmat. I'm so bummed that I didn't get to keep one. This playmat is so cool and so dope. But the way that the playmat works is your character sits here in the middle, and then your card pool goes here, and then your stage goes down here. And it's just so clean. It's so clean. Character, card pool, stage. The issue though is that people with playing control decks and people that don't stack their stage like this can't you can't see everything. And so with it, as you can see, our Reiner player, they put their backup up here, which is what they were told to do. They were told if you have an overflow of card types, right? Look at all these foundations down here, all these foundations down here. Here is your overflow zones for backups and assets to move stuff up there. And the entire point of this, was just to make the visual of playing the game cleaner, right? I just wanted, like, as things were like moving on, I just wanted people to be able to see what was actually happening, which I think is a big deal, right? Like, it's very obvious, like, hey, here's what's happening inside the card pool, right? Like, this is very, very obvious. But I totally get it felt claustrophobic even for a turn 2 fellow like me. Like, I get it, but it's just like, this is plenty of room. I'll be the guy to say it. This is plenty of room. You guys just have to organize your stages better, and that's for sure. Like, victim blaming. That's for sure victim blaming. But yeah. So this is the first thing that I made and designed. I know it probably blurs the stage to character line, but I'd swap the character in card pool. There's just gonna be I can confirm 99.9% chance that the playmat will change for the regionals. 99.9% chance it will change. If I do this and I just playback speed 2x. Shout out to the one weirdo in chat who argued with me that Ezra cheating because he refused to see the City Rampage played. Damn. The SS next to character is gonna take a ton getting used to. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Okay, so let's talk about. I guess we could just. I have things on 2x speed. Just come here. If I have put chat on, and so yeah, so like when it comes to are you paused? You're not paused. Graphics, like we made all the day 1 Worlds pricing graphics, day 2 prize wall, like all of these are like all individual assets that got put on. Levi did his little cute keynote, which we ended up having. So because man, here's a kerfuffle. So our event was streamed, right? But here's the big thing. We, as on the production side, as the stream side, we were behind an hour from the main event. We were, so as they were playing round 1, we let them get about 30 to 45 minutes into the round, and then we pressed the go live button. And we had the casters sit here and yap for 40 minutes. Hold on. It's actually, we let them yap for literally an hour. Almost an hour on the dot. An hour into the broadcast, we now see characters deck lists. And so what that means is we got to record cool things such as the keynote that Levi gave, which we had to eventually cut off because of the marketing team like doing an actual showcase or doing their actual announcements. But you know, I'm not an official person. I was in the room. I'm so excited for Invincible. I'm so excited for the new the in-house IP that is going to be like all about like doing legacy reprints and such. Not like legacy left format, but like overall reprints of in the game. Any reprint that we could possibly want to do, we can just like make it into this IP and we can work through it. I think it's dope. I think it's really cool. It's really cool. 7th Cross to Shirley. No. It's think of it more like a Cowboy Bebop. Think of it more like a Cowboy Bebop. I don't want to say clone because that sounds like rude and derivative, but it certainly is like in that world. I don't even remember what it's called. Because again, I was so head down. And so because we were so focused, in order for us to get, so all of these graphics I had made previously, like all of these were all done like days before the event, right? So like all of the regional winners graphics, and like here's the character representation from 2025. All of this information was already made. Big huge shout outs to Ross for getting me this information so that I could then turn around and make it, hey, Ross in chat, hey, getting me this information so that I could translate it into these numbers. Very cool of you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So neat. It's just like looking back at like all of these Top Cuts events. So my question for you guys, right, to help me out with broadcast is this all shit that you care about, right? Is this is this like let's pretend we get through the first regional, right? We get through Chicago, and I think the next regional is in Vegas, right? During the pre-show, do you care about what happened at Chicago? Do you care at all? Is this fun or interesting to talk about? Because for a 2025 look back, it makes sense. But are these things that you would want to know about like a previous event? Yes, 1000%, and not just it's better than starting and not in a it's better than starting soon anyways. Okay. Not as much in depth, but yes. That flip character reads worse. What flip character? Not really, especially if there's a new set or ban list. Okay. The road to Worlds is very cool. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I wish. Hold on. We'll try one more time. We'll try one more time. Let's make this happen. I believe. We're gonna click this. We're gonna click Twitch Prol, and it's not gonna sit here and spiral. It will sit here and spiral. Okay. Storylines, meta bands, etc. Okay, that's fair. I'm down. I'll maybe not after a rotation. I don't think that I can do it for Chicago, right? Like Chicago doesn't make any sense. But for Vegas, I could talk about shit that happened at Chicago, right? Like give them a Chicago breakdown, and then at the next event, I can talk about what's happened at Chicago and at Vegas. I don't remember what the third one is. And so like there's a world where this is information, but only if like you guys think it's cool and the casters care about it all, right? And I think they do. What about? Okay, so from here, I had the casters make meta picks, and I like this slide a lot. I think this slide is really cool. I think my big issue with this slide is that it wasn't really applicable for a lot of the day, right? Like I did my best whenever we had I will say that including the conversion rates for characters with like one entrant did not make sense. So I'll fight you on that because our game is so hey, go play your pet deck and you can win focused, that I think highlighting this is cool, right? Exclude ones under like 5 entrants, then we have a page for single top cut conversions. So what you're saying is you just don't like this. You don't like the fact that Aaron is there. Just because like he was the only one that ever existed. Okay, I mean I guess that's fair. I guess that's fine. I just like so how do I give this Raphael their flowers? Because I guess it's because they hit the single top cuts. Maybe there's a world there. I just like don't want this to be a lie, you know, top 10. But I can see where you're coming from. But this caster page, I like this page. I think because I limited it to 3 cards, I actually don't love it. I wish I'd have asked them to give me like, hey, what are your top 10 cards? And like be like, hey, all work together and give me 30 cards that you think are meta relevant that could like that I can sprinkle in and like you guys can talk about whenever the day is happening. Because by the end of the event, it was hard to want to put this graphic back up, which is kind of bad, right? Like I want this graphic to be as evergreen as possible, and there were some times where I would like kick this graphic back on and be like, it was cool to see, but man, it felt like cards doesn't feel great. I'd maybe do attacks instead. I just don't think that. I think that's the wrong way to go. I think it's the wrong way to go because Quima's Task is a relevant card and like we'll see play and be high impact, right? It's not just attacks don't just win the game. Yes, they do. They're the only cards that do damage, but like Genkai's is the reason that Phil won Atlanta. It just is like full stop. Genkai's is the reason that Phil won Atlanta. He didn't have a block for one last move. He Genkai's himself down to like 2 foundations and then rebuilt from there. This is the card that did it. And so like showcasing this action is very neat. And like I think that is very cool. Did we see a day 2 casters picks graphic? The answer, Snowy Apple, is no, we did not. And the reason is at the beginning of day 2, I went back to the casters, and I went, hey, would you like to keep your 3 from day 1, or would you like to change to day 2? And when they said that they don't want to change, I just took day 1 off of this graphic, and it was now for the rest of the event, because I wasn't going to ask on day 3. But I think that I'm going to force them to, like, just pick more cards so there's more things to talk about, right? Like, if daily trading isn't in any decks that are on stream, then I don't have to ever put it on a graphic, right? But I can find, if Barrett gives me 8 cards or 9 cards to fuck with, then I can do it, right? It's less about highlighting the cards that instantly change the game and more about highlighting cards that take the time share of the game. So Thantec, I disagree. I think we're just gonna disagree, because I think that talking about the fact that Wide Awake is like so good is like dope, right? So dope. For each regional, leading with aggregated LC data would be awesome. No shot it's doable, but maybe. Chiefs, I can. There is a world where if every LC was like put on UGN, and I can have people scrape the data and get me the data. If you can get me the data, right? And here's the thing that I can say. If you can get me the data, if you do the hard work, if you get me the data, I can put it on the screen. I can put it on the screen. I just am not going to go out and get the data. Give me the data, I'll put it on the screen. If you're like, yes, I will absolutely. Not to promise someone else's work, but I imagine Calidus will be on it. Let's hope. Let's hope. I'll put it on the screen. I can make it look pretty. You lost me at hard work. That's very funny. I question the value of LC data. LCs need deck lists and judges now, so as long as Calidus does it, it'll be there. We love that. We love that. We love that. Top right. I'm a big fan of relevant data. What, Fantech, you're going to make me crash out. What data besides the LCs would not be relevant? Like, give me data that's more relevant than the LCs. If you could. Like, show your work. I'm a big fan of relevant data. Like, what's relevant to you that's not non-LC data? I'm not going to wait for you. You're on a delay, I'm sure. From here, we then had every round we were opening Godzilla packs. And so I think I was given like just a ton of Godzilla packs from really value. Huge. And I love this graphic. I think this graphic is sick. We got to play this graphic all the time. And it was dope. They got to talk about the cards from inside the set. It was super cool. I'm excited for this graphic to be shared, to be done more and better for later events. I'm really excited for this one. We're probably going to do this exact same graphic again at the next one. And I think I'm going to make Barrett maybe change some of his cards or whatever, but have my casters, because hold on, it's Barrett, Sam, and Snuggie at the next one, I believe. We're going to open up more Godzilla packs if we can. I think there's no way that we don't. Just because it's so sick. Maybe the page of the most picked cards would be cool. Most picked? What does that mean, Brad? Maybe a page of the most picked cards would be cool. Like in the tournament? But anywho, let's talk about this. So I want to talk about Janelle, I appreciate your support, but you're hurting my point. Okay, so for this graphic, let's talk about my timeline a bit, right? The round starts. Round 1 starts. Boom, we're good. I have to get up from whatever I'm doing. I have to go find a table. Luckily for me, before the tournament even began, in fact, the Thursday before, I went to Barlow and I told him, hey man, you're on round 1. You're my round 1 pick, just so you know. So before anything started, I had this graphic all made. It just depended on who was playing against. And so, the way that this graphic works is I have to go in and manually look up their world's points, see what region they're from, see where they are, and input all of this data. I will show you every piece of information that has to change. So the name has to change. The event didn't have to change. Their symbol did have to change. Right? Can you still see me? Their symbol did have to change. I had to change what the record was, because records change. I had to take a picture of them. Their picture had to change. And then each piece of this information had to change. All of this. As well as you can see, this picture had to change, which is, here's a flub. I forgot to pull that down. During day 1, during every single round, there was at least one graphic that I messed up on. And I'm so bummed about it. I'm so bummed about it. It would have some very small little, oh, I forgot to pull and have Tarian's face be showing type idea. During day 1, every single round something like that happened. It was so annoying. But yeah, and so like this was something I had to do for both players. Luckily for me, Janelle, which crazy, Janelle, 0 regionals, 68 points is so many points for having never gone to a regional. Incredible, Janelle. That's so cool. That's so cool. It's cool to see Barlow be like so close. And then honestly, there's not that much of a difference between Barlow and Janelle. And then after this graphic, this is not a graphic that I think that I'm going to have. There may be hold on. There might be some like local championship history that I could do. And I think that doing current worlds points is cool. I think like tracking that throughout the course of the year is like dope. I think my worlds points were incorrect. I did not have 195 out of 55. Shit. Well, shit. Maybe if I can figure out how to get like LC history, I will put this as the starting graphic of here's what they did if they played in an LC for this regional. I think that would be cool. But then I've got Decklist. Decklist works the exact same way as they have for previous events. This is a website that I have that a final round member and very prolific judge Paul Casagrande has made. It is a website that when the tournament starts, it takes a snapshot of everybody's deck lists. It scrapes it from UGN and puts it here very pretty for me with difficulty and the number of each card type in the order that I want. It's very, very cool, and literally this page could not be done without him. Literally impossible. You would not have deck lists before rounds if Paul Casagrande did not exist. So big shout outs. There is a world where for next regional season, I'm going to talk to Paul. Instead of having the 4 cards here, I might just make the card physically bigger and put like a 4 down here, because I really like how and I'm going to say some naughty words here. So everybody please forgive me. I really like how Riftbound does their deck lists for their event. Looking at this is a very clean looking deck list, right? With the word main deck up here and sideboard. Like with this layout, with a layout like this, I think that I could have a main deck and then sideboard. Which is nice. It is funny that they're all in Chinese though. It reads 10 times better. I'm not even necessarily sure that it reads better. Like, I think this looks fine. It's very obvious which of these are 4-ofs and which of these are not, right? Like, it's super obvious. And I do like the fact that, like, this image has texture. This is my big hang up. Is this right here. Is 8's too much. 8's too big for the thing that I want. But like I like the texture of having the from thick to thin as it goes down and through. Like, I like this a lot. But I think that there is like this just I might give it a try is what I'll say. Right? And also, like, on their deck lists, they don't have the player's picture, and I do, right? And it's taking up a lot of real estate. Previously I had like their picture up here and their character card as well. But I decided to put it on the top here instead. Just because, like, I wanted to try something, an experiment with whatever. But like this is taking up a third of my real estate, whereas this is like just inherently bigger. It's just bigger because there's no Barlow's dumbass smile. Perfect glinting smile happening. I don't know. It's something I gotta mess around with. But anyways, yeah, I gotta take a snapshot of both decks, and then we're off to the races. And once it gets to here, right? Once the casters are on this screen, I am done. I'm done for the day. Except that round 2 has started for me. Like, in real life. And so I have to go in, since this is recorded an hour behind, I have to go do all of that stuff again, go find their regional information, go find their characters, replace all of that information on the graphics, because it's all done manually. It's all done by hand. Put up the deck lists. You could have 2 frames where the first one has their pick and the second one is just their deck. I could hardware, but I think just having one graphic that, like, doesn't mess with the casters at all, I think is a big deal. I think it's a big deal. But yeah, after this, the actual, like, during the round itself, I actually just don't have anything to do production wise, right? My stuff is all setting up for the next round, which is, again, go find what regional information they have, go take their picture, go set up the match, go find that, blah 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 blah. Until we get done, in which case, I forgot. Day 1, I forgot to put the winner page up for like almost all of day 1. I forgot or like a half of day 1. I forgot this person won, and we just like shot them back to the casters. It was very funny. It was like I think it was either round 3 or round 4. I like hit my head and went, "Oh my god! I forgot to put this person won graphic." I forgot this graphic here, and I was just like, "What the hell am I doing?" Tanner, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate that. Just chiming in to say, you could come work in any professional sport with me based on how well Worlds went. You did a good job. Nick, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. I guess if you do need help and you're looking for somebody to be on a contract, I don't know, hit me up or whatever. Sure. Yeah, hit me up. I like seeing the player. I go to the UVS Ultra and UGM for deck list. Tanner, I think that's super fair. I think that's super, super fair. I like the player too. I just think it might be covering up. It might have too much real estate. Because, okay, so let's talk about how the sausage is made. The original plan was this. This was the original plan, right? And so here was the round, my regionals, right? And then for the, sorry, this is Worlds event record. My bad. My original plan was for this to be the case, and this is what the deck list looked like. And this was a live feed of them sitting at the table. And then, so I came to Brian, who, full stop, I would not be able to do this entire thing without Brian. Brian was so crazy, was so good, and was so down to just play ball with me, because I am annoying. I'm annoying. And so when it comes to this, I was like, I want a screenshot. I want the live action of them doing it. And he goes, Tam, we're not live. Where are you gonna get that footage? How are you gonna put that footage up there? And I went, dude, you're so right. Dude, you're so right. I don't have a way to put that footage up there. And so it ended up just becoming this, because the plan was to like have them, and they're talking and chatting and emoting and whatever. All right, let's talk about, here's their sideboard and blah, 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 which I didn't have this information. I could not figure, I couldn't get this information very cleanly or quickly. It's the thing that I want to try for Chicago, but we'll see. And also, like, for this, I wanted this to be in between their the rounds, right? Like while the players were sideboarding, I wanted to pull this graphic up. Anywho, of course, I put Flame War on there. All right, let's talk about it, right? We'll talk about a thing that I didn't get a chance to do. We can talk about it. And then at the end, it was supposed to be, here's the player graphic, and then here's your winner. This would just be gone. Yeah, and so like that was the plan, but it just ended up, like, I physically couldn't do it, and so big static picture was the way to go. Okay. Godzilla packs as a look how handsome these fellas are. Godzilla packs. So when we were doing the Godzilla packs, the entire idea, whenever we were opening these packs, was not to do this thing where we open the pack and then we show it to the camera and open it this way. This was not the plan. The plan was an over the shoulder look of, hey, here's the cards that happen, which spoilers, day 2 Brian ended up figuring out how to do. Because like this just does not look as good as the, like, it's cool, but like having the full shot of the card, it just looks way better. And then we cut to a commercial where we hit like a quick little, hey, I'm Tam, I'm at Worlds, let's do a pre-release. And so we got a couple of content creators together to sit down and do a Godzilla pre-release, a fake Godzilla pre-release, and showcase this. And this is where I give the biggest, craziest shout outs to Rebby. Every bit of Be Right Back screen footage that you see recorded and put up is all Rebby. On location, she filmed this, she edited this, and she was running around just as crazy as I was doing this. And with bad news, she's not planning on helping me with production during Chicago. So I'm going to have to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. But all of this footage here, this is all her having these 4 people open up cards and talk about like how to go about and do a pre-release, which is very cool. It's dope. It was very, very cool, and I am incredibly appreciative of her. You might actually see, hold on, we're gonna look. I'm probably in the background trying to film stuff on my phone to like give her extra B-roll. She did not need it even a little bit from me. Really love the guess the card and the interviews in between matches. We'll get to the guess the cards as soon as we can. Do you see my bag in the back? These jokers, could not take this seriously even a little bit. Like they were like, I instructed them like, hey, have fun, be jovial, and like I'm gonna go back to regular speed on this, the playback speed. Watch how Chris opens this box.
Deck that can be tailored for this new experience, so you can do a lot of cool things like focusing on helping out.
He refused. He refused. It's so funny. Okay, 2x speed again. But yeah, like again, massive shout outs to Rebby. None of this was possible without her, and I don't know what I'm gonna do in Chicago. I'm going to be trying to figure that out. And then I have these little corner screens that I made, and I thought this was a cool idea. I've seen this on basically every stream. And like this little be right back screen is fine. But again, this is the very first part of the day, and so we just like don't have things recorded from the event to go up as my be right back. Like all of this, I didn't want any of this to be showing. But it just takes time, man. It takes time, and this entire time, like, we are playing more games. We are prepping for the next round. We are trying to get things moving. I wonder how much, like, be right back to event we have. Sans technical difficulty, right? Mitch style deck text is my vote for simple B-roll. It's just not entertaining for, like, it might be entertaining to you because like you're an indoctrinated player, but as somebody who's like who doesn't know what's going on, like it's just bad for new players to just like, hey, crashing down's good, like it's just like, yeah. But anywho, round 2 starts, and I'm not planning on going round by round, but I do have things that I want to say about specific things during the B-roll, because I do want to talk about the guess of cards. Here's an interview that Rebby got to get done in this round of 2025 in review of like what are the cool things that happened in 2025. I'm gonna have to get on the casters to like figure out what they want to do for Chicago. Or should figure that out now. When did I give you the cards? Because the cards, the guess the cards thing, I thought was very fun. And I don't think I have anything else really. Oh, let's talk about this. Let's talk about players to watch. Okay, so players to watch. I'm changing this name. I think I'm just gonna change it to standings after round 4. After standings after, and then it'll say round 4 instead of players to watch. I like players to watch, but I get that it's confusing. In order for me to make this graphic, including not just 1st through 10th, I also have 11th through it's 1 through 30, excuse me. I have to change 50 pieces of information on this one page to get it done. I have to change the character. I have to change the symbol. I have to change this name. I have to change the team name. I have to change the record. It is 150 pieces of information that I have 4 separate tabs that I have to go find the information on. Name, team, record, deck, symbol. It's all on different sheets. It's all on different pages. The amount of tabbing, like if you ever saw me and like you walked by in the event, you're like, oh my God, he's so focused. I was working on this. This is the thing that takes me the absolute longest time, is this graphic. I hate this graphic because the amount of time that I spend on it and the amount of time that it's on screen. It's on screen. I spend like 30 minutes on this graphic for it to be on screen for about a minute and a half. Oh, it sucks so bad. But I think that this graphic is just really, really important. Get UVS to buy one of those triple monitors for my laptops. Maybe that would be dope. And then I'd have to like work with it. Can we talk about a thing? Speaking of triple monitors for laptops, Brian is a tech genius in the hardware streaming world. Like I'm a big dumb streamer where I like barely know anything about anything, and I like put my um put my screen up, and I like just like click the go live button and we just do it, right? Like I'm such a by the seat of my pants. Brian is a freaking professional. Like he's such a professional when it comes to this. To the point where here's how he did this entire setup. And you'll see it fuck up a couple times because I'm an idiot. So we had his setup, right? We had his setup over here. And then we had my setup all the way across on another side. And in the middle, there was like a tablet. And the tablet was linked to both my laptop and his computer. And so we shared this middle monitor. And so I had a second screen that was this thing that I could pop stuff up on. And so anytime that you see, right now, you are seeing from my monitor on my laptop, which is so cool. And when he first showed me this, I was such a Hayden-ass hater. I was like, no, the point of this was so that I could give you a thumb drive with these things on it and you go through them. It was so much faster and so much easier for me just to live screen a presentation, put it on the second monitor, and I just click through the thing. He was so smart and so right, and I so good. So good. So good. But yeah, these standings after round 4 or whatever are for sure going to stay. I just need to figure out a way to make them faster or get a singular report every round that just gives me the info. Because man, this is a tough graphic to make. And it literally is just because it literally is just because I should find this. Middle screen top right. It is, again, all of this information changes. Like, oh, you ready? Jacob John this is supposed to be 3-0. Ugh. I did that on the stream. We can go back to it. I messed this graphic up again. Every round I mess something up. This was after round 3. Mark Tyner, 6-1. Congrats, Mark. Absolutely crushing it. I don't know how you're 6-1 and you're on 5th, but 6-1. Oh, I messed this graphic up. Look at that. Where's Mikasa's head? So whenever I add this character to it, like I'll add I'll add a Yala Mecha Godzilla to this. It comes in here. I have to manually move it down. And so this one just got missed. Tough. And then we come here and it's an order deck. So we gotta put this here. And then this person doesn't have a team. So I need to make that. And now it's Tam C, not Tam Cardwell. And so whenever I was copying and pasting all of these, you'll see some of them, I'm sure, I accidentally put their full last name, and I didn't mean to. But that is the level of detail I have to go to in order to make these. Let's talk. I'm looking at more B-roll stuff. Dude, so crazy that this match happened twice. Well, you did the work of 2 to 3 people alone. I'll not say alone. I did have Rebby and Brian there, but the team should definitely be bigger than Rebby, Brian, and Tam. When did I get him the cards? Did I not get him the cards until day 2? I must not. It must have been a day 2 thing. I don't have a ton to talk about after this. I really like the top 16 B-rolls for day 3. Exclusively a Rebby idea. She pushed for it so hard to the point where I told her, if you can make it work, but I don't think it's going to happen. And she was like, I'm absolutely want to make this work. So big shout outs to her. I'm going to try my best to do that for Chicago, but I mean, cross my fingers. How did you like the name the card thing? How was this? This was an idea that I had. We did an interview somewhere in a hotel room. I wonder where those are. UVS Games has them. You'll see them in 6 months. That was very rude. I'm sorry. You will see them eventually, but they paid a lot of money for those people on day 3. They were for sure going to use it. But the name of the card thing, I saw a short about it of like, hey, we're getting people to name the card based on like the actions, and I went, holy cow, this would be an absolutely amazing be right back screen thing of like, hey, here's what this is, right? Like, look at this. This is super fun. I didn't get a chance to take these pictures. This was all Rebby, and then I left the casters to their own devices, and the cards that they came back with were actually wild. There were I wonder if there's some that I have on the cutting room floor that I could show. Like there was some that like truly I have no idea what they were trying to do a picture of. I truly have no idea. Worlds caster picks. Like middle screen top right. I guess I can do this. This is like, what is this? I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is. Defiance asking. See if they follow. I appreciate it. As a graphic artist who dabbles in production events from time to time, you crush it, especially with being on the fly. Defiance, that's so incredibly kind. Thank you. Thank you. It was very difficult. Hang 10? It might be Hang 10. What's this? What's this? Oh, I know what this one is. And I couldn't figure out how to make it happen. Chad, any guesses? Any guesses at this? This one's crazy. I'm gonna pull up what it is when we get some guesses. Look at Jeremy, he's so cute. This is both sides to Colossal Confrontation. So this is Colossal Confrontation. This looks nothing like this picture, man. This looks nothing like it. It's so funny. It's so funny. This is this side of Colossal Confrontation, and this is the back side. This I could see. I should have put this one on, but man, this is not the perspective for this card at all. You could have gotten over Jeremy's shoulder and like zoomed in, like so funny. But yeah, this was super fun. I feel like chat had a blast with it. Obviously, I'm only looking at YouTube chat, and I think the third chat is go to Bug Bite. I can go to Bug Bite. This was Bug Bite. Bug Bite's also crazy. Look at him. I'll find Bug Bite. Bug Bite. I should have put Bug Bite on the card. I'm bummed that I didn't. I'm bummed that I didn't. It would have made more sense if Sam was punching Barrett. Why? What do you mean? But yeah, this was a good segment. My plan is to do this again for the again, have way more cards now that the casters know what they're looking for, specifically Barrett, Sam, and Snuggy watch the stream. I think Thursday night we're gonna take just a bunch of pictures, and I'm gonna try and see what I can get edited and done in time for some guess the cards. I'm excited about it. Super excited about it. Besides that, my plan was to have just a ton of them, a ton. I thought this whole bit between the streams was super fun. I just only made like 14 of them. This was a damn good one. I wish that Chris was over here. If Chris was over here, this would have been like probably the best one of all time, with them three working and then Chris over here. If Chris was just on a different table, this might have been the best picture of the whole day. Oh, it was so good. But I'm gonna figure out how to do this again. This was too much fun for the casters, I think. And then, hey, look, an over the shoulder view of cards. Brian figured it out for day 2. Let's go. Let's go. What do we get? What do we pull? Immense Showdown. But yeah, let's so from here we've got lunch stream, where this was also very last minute. This was, hey, I need something to happen during lunch because we're live, right? And I don't want to be right back screen. And so having the lunch break happen where we had Matt Smith and Tim play as these characters was super dope. Love the power tokens up here. Oh my goodness, guys. Straight up, are you telling me this is a bad looking stream setup? They're playing like regular humans. This is a good stream setup. We've got a backup up here. We've got power tokens up here. This looks sick. This looks so good. Pissed. Great stream setup. That's how I feel. Yeah, look at him slide these cards over. That's what I wanted him to do. So good. Anywho, yeah, really happy about the lunch match and getting Jeremy on. I think this is one of the big pieces of content that I'm gonna actually listen back to on my own free time. Is just, I want to hear what Jeremy has to say about the set, and like as they're playing, because from what I heard when I was like while this was a recorded match. And so Jeremy was casting while we were like while the next round was like going. So I'm like clicking away. I got 150 pieces of information for our standings screen. I just had a ton, right? And so I really want to hear what he has to say, but he was genuinely a natural at casting, to the point where if he enjoyed it enough, I would love to have him cast for an entire event. I thought he was damn good, genuinely. From the small stuff that I heard, obviously this was like a little bit different because it was like a showcase and you got to talk about these new cards and like a little behind the scenes of how it was made. If he had any interest in casting, I would for sure scoop him up. I want him to cast. He was so good. He was so good on the mic. I was really happy. But then, as we're looking, Jerry's story time. Yeah. Trying to see. Let's talk about the other half of Name the Card. So Name the Card was actually only a third of what I actually wanted to do when it came to non-footage B-roll. I had other things that I wanted to do and to sprinkle in. I just literally couldn't get it done in time. Let me see if I can find it. I don't want you. I do want... I need my master sheet. There you are. So, the other thing that I wanted to do was... Oh, you guys want to see the original? And he didn't ask me for help. That's true, I didn't. I ran out of time. This is the original Name the Card. the one that I like sent to the casters for the idea, and it ended up being shopping list, which I think is super fun. But the plan was to have universes trivia, right? Have trivia questions such as which character won the first MHA provisional, and the answer Kirishima, right? And do something along this line. Name a standard character with more than 3 symbols. And so chat would click clack on their things and be like, hey, it's one of these ones, right? And the answer is I couldn't. Sam gave me a ton, but they like some of them were like multiple choice, and I just couldn't figure out how to get it to Brian that made sense, right? Name a card you play more that you may play more than 4 of in your deck. These ones, right? Like this is cute. And so I want to try and bring it back. I'm not gonna show you all of them, but like there's certainly I called these snips, right? Hey, this is a 20-second bit that we can put on, rotate through a couple of them, and then go to a footage B-roll. Rotate through a couple of snips, go to footage B-roll, and that would be our thing. But this was the other thing that I wanted to do and showcase. This was the other snip content, and that was Pack One Pick One from the Cube. The Cube was like a big selling point for the regional, and so I wanted to talk about it. Tim said turbocharge jump scare. Hey, this was that pack that was in that sideboard, right? And so I had a bunch of people, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 packs that were all from the Cube, that it was going to flash up and be like, hey, if you're drafting, pick a pack or pick a card out of the pack. Which one would you pick? What's the first card that you would pick out of this pack? Right? And again, my big issue was I couldn't get enough of them made for it not to be like I made 7 or 8 of them. It was way too much work to just like keep making a bunch of packs, and so it just got left on the cutting room floor, and so I didn't get a chance to get it to Brian in order to put up for rounds. But again, hopefully for Chicago, I can get him these packages a little earlier, to do cool stuff and fun stuff. Just depends. It all just depends. But yeah, I think that's everything I have B-roll wise. Again, massive shout outs to Rebby and Brian for handling 99.9% of that. As we get to both simultaneously the easiest and the hardest day. So, as I have said before, for these rounds, this has been we're doing this Olympic style. So we would record a match, get it fully done, and then as the next match is in the event is being recorded and played, we would stream the recording and have the casters talk over something that happened an hour ago. That does not work for Top Cuts for 2 reasons. Number one, if we have this simultaneous, can I do this? If I do this, whoop, and then make you, and then I can just draw, right? Yeah, I can just draw. So if we have 2 timelines, right? Middle screen, bottom right. If we have 2 timelines, right? We have event time and we have stream time. And they're going separately. The event will get done before the stream gets done. Which means that when the event gets done, we have an hour before we get to there's an hour that the event has already closed. There's no way I could do this. I wanted to do it. The event gets done an hour before, and so the stream can't, and the people that are live can't celebrate with the winner of the event, George, when it happens. They just can't do it. We're off by an hour. As well as the people watching the stream are going to get spoiled by Discords and an announcement and all of, like, you just like they'll know before, like, during the match, right? The match will start and that match has been over for 15, 20 minutes. And so, like, it's tough. But the issue is we had all of the recording equipment across the room, right? I bet we can find it in some B-roll. This is 2x speed, yeah. We can do this. Okay, so as you're looking from this perspective, right? You can't see shit. behind me, right? It is where all the stream match is. And then in this corner over here, in that corner, I guess that corner from your guys' this corner from your guys' perspective, this corner from your guys' perspective is where the casters were, where I was, where Brian was, and we were just taking and recording it in this corner and playing it in that corner. So what does this mean? Wait, what is this? Okay. So what does this mean? It means that we had to move me and Brian over to this corner for day 3 because this is where we're streaming from. It has to have a live feed go to his laptop in order to stream out. And we have to leave the casters in that other corner because if we put them with us, then the players can hear them cast and it's live. And so it was tough. It was really, really tough to, like, not have the casters be within talking distance of the production team. We ended up having to have headphones. Thankfully, Brian had these. We ended up having headphones that I could walk over to the casters and tell them, hey, we're going live in 3, 2, 1 now. And then we'd be live. And so it was extra steps to make it happen. And it was tough. And this day we had the internet drop like 3 times. And like we had so many technical difficulties during this day. It was so tough. He didn't want me to spread his gossip. But at one point, randomly, Brian's keyboard just stopped working. The reason we had to take this big break is we just this break here, we came back. And this was, hey guys, we had a small technical difficulty, our bad. It was Brian's keyboard just stopped working, so he couldn't do anything. He couldn't change any information or whatever. Why did it stop working? Who the fuck knows, man? Who knows? He didn't touch anything, he didn't do shit. This is funny. But yeah, we got through all of this. For day 2, I thought it would be really interesting, instead of the regional stats, to go in and look at what their who they played against and what their record was versus for literally just this event. Man, this is such a cool graphic. I really like this graphic, and I'm very excited to have this graphic for the rest of the events. This is a good ass graphic. This one's so good. I'm very, very happy with it. Obviously, these were updated real time. I was so nervous to mess this up. This is when I was nervous to mess up. The first picture that I had of George, this is the crustiest picture of all time. I got cleaner ones later, but like it saved wrong into Canva and it was super crusty, and by the time that I saw it, it was live and I was like, well, whoops. Sorry, Crusty George, and apparently this is wrong. Which maybe I should go back and fix. But also, I'm no longer being paid from that event, so I'm off the clock officially. And so we're back. We had a 2-second one, but it's fine. We're back as we keep rocking. And then as we get done, so at the start of day 3, right? Sam had a crazy idea to show the Kevin Broberg card, which I'm gonna put him on blast. Matt Lockwood, one of the heads of marketing, question mark, had this same idea of, hey, I wanna make a massive marketing push for Kevin to showcase his card, as well as we have this brand new PvE that we're playtesting and rolling out that you can play right here in the room. I want to like record this really big showcase of both of these things. And by the way, Tam, you're in charge of that. And I was like, homie, homie, my whole weekend is so booked. I don't know if I can do it. Thank heavens, Sam had this beautiful idea to I'm just gonna let the actual thing play because it is so good. I'm just
show the people this video.
He just like had this idea for the video, and this all got done. This all got done during day 3, like during rounds. He like gathered all the people together. And he like I think that this was the professional photographers. I think their names are Paper Planes. I think that's the name of the company. I could be wrong. But Rebby got this footage and she edited all of this together.
I have known the good symbol, the bad checks, to
make this happen, including Sam's voice overlay, which he recorded earlier in the day. And this all came together in like less than 2 hours. To like from like initial concept to gather all these people together to like record this thing for Rebby to edit it. Rebby to edit it. It was like 2-3 hours. Incredibly awesome for this.
Is all that separates them from crushing defeat or immortality. Join us as we embrace
all the way through
of the universe's pantheon. This is your 2025 World Championship Grand Finals. So very exciting.
Kevin, yeah, this was super awesome to lead into the finals, and it's a thing that I think that I'm gonna try to have happen next year. Hopefully, George, your card is out and ready by next year. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't be. But it'd be sick to sit down and do the same thing again. I'd like showcase the card a little bit. What a wild picture of Kevin. What a crazy card, actually. Form, commit, reveal 5 cards from your hand. If all cards reveal this way, share a keyword. Build a card with printed difficulty 4 or less from your discard pile, and add one other card from your discard pile to the top of your deck. If none of the cards revealed this way, share a printed keyword. Share printed difficulty. Add all checks get +1 or -1 until your next start phase. Card revealed this way remain revealed to start the turn. Wild. I also haven't heard a peep of anything. You got a year. But from here, we have the caster cards again. It was this into man, this shot I think was really important. I really like this. Here you can see me holding the people back.
The only thing he could have done is build one foundation
and then let them go. Like, it was so hard to like hold the people back and be like, I know you want to go hug your boy, you gotta give me a second. Okay, go hug him. But it was fun. It was good. I love it. I am going to talk about my biggest my biggest thorn when it came to the whole production, though, and that was this here. Brian has this really dope. This was all streamed, right? Because this is a live stream. This is him being live, and him like showing off. Like this was live. This was while we were setting up the big award show, and I wish we would have just had the award show next to the table, like next to the stream production, next to all of that, rather than over here with, because this is literally, it took like 20 minutes, right? This starts at, we'll say like 2:30, right? We don't get to the actual awards. Yeah, it takes us so long to get there. And then, like, Brian's camera work was crazy. We're talking about Chris Minor right now.
But clearly not quite enough. What do you have to say about the performance?
Why are you showing him? Give that to Chris. Show Chris. Give him his moment.
But I mean, I played really well, and the team
And then like the walk back was really cool.
Season
And then this transition was really cool. But like transitioning, so I wish that we had just done the damn thing here, right? If we would have just done the award presentation here, it does two things. Number one, as during the presentation, as we look around, as he looks around, and all the people are way the fuck over there. Look around, look at all the people were. Look at they're so far away. Like they're excited for George, obviously, but look at these empty tables. He had to zoom in.
After so many grueling
Look
rounds
at these
of
empty
preparation,
tables.
We have our answer to that question.
We should have just done it over where the people were. And that's a failing on our part. And then like this sit down, like this transition here. Well, the music is wild when it's sped up 2x. Hey, you can't say any slurs. If you're gonna, we get one F-bomb for the whole stream, and so like we've already used it, so you can't, George. And then yeah, we're ready to go.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Bear.
Boom. That's a cool shot. Like that's a really cool shot. I got the shot of all that chicken. I got the shot of all that chicken. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Tim? But then afterwards, like it was smooth sailing. Yeah, I wish we could have given some of these. I guess I didn't watch any of this. The big old pile of food by the casting table. Oh, the Raising Cane's chicken. Oh, did we really? That's sick. That's so cool. Oh, we gotta go back. Look at this. They got so much Raising Cane's. Tim, if you hadn't pointed out, I wouldn't have noticed. That's so funny. Yeah, probably should stage this in a different spot, I bet. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. That's a good shot. That's a good shot. And then us world champ. Hey, look, that picture's not nearly as crusty. And then in the stream with it. Yeah, that was great. That was so good. I wanted some low key. There was plenty, and it was not great. It was fine at best. But yeah, that was it. That was everything that I had going on for Worlds, ladies and gents. So now that I'm done with my presentation, thoughts? Any questions you guys have for me? I mean, I was answering stuff in between and whatever. But any suggestions or any critiques for the Chicago show? Understand, I'll do what I can. I'm one guy. But anything you want to bring up? I'm gonna change this again. You killed it. I appreciate it. Rebby, you did a great job. Again, I'm very nervous about not. I'm very nervous about not having you at Chicago, but I am even more excited that you want to play. And so the fact that you want to play is dope. I think this event was by far the best stream-wise. Hell yeah, that is what I want to hear. Easily the best OP event I've ever been to. And here's the deal. I think that the regionals are going to be better. I believe in Levi that much. I believe that he didn't have very much time to like make these events happen. He didn't have very much time to make these events happen, and so I think that he's going to have made them even better. Production was fantastic. I think you noted some stuff about the room arrangement, for instance. Also, if the big side event was closer to the screen, we might have had more people watching live. Yeah, I think the issue with that is I think that the people just wanted more people to go in and go over there and just hang out. But I will say this event there were so many extra people playing the game that it made me feel very good. Like, people didn't go celebrate George because they were just actively playing, which is like dope, which is so cool. So we should have just gone to them. And that is like I think my number one failing is like how the presentation at the end was, because like the difference between that presentation and the presentation we had for Phil in Atlanta, like the energy was like way different. It was way more exciting and high energy and like bing bang boom for Phil than it was for than George. But I think it's where we were in proximity to like what was happening. It's so evident how much everybody really cared. Yes. True. God, I wish I could go to Chicago, but money, man. Buddy, I feel it. The only reason I get to go is because UVS is taking me. I wish there was a watch room. Yeah, I feel that. Come up with little things to fill out those open spaces. B-roll is great, but infographics and fun poll items are also engaging. Defiance, what do you mean by poll items? Like, what's your favorite whatever? We use QR codes and deck lists for con events from time to time to get engagement. Another thing that I wanted to do, but I had just no infrastructure to do it, was on this little corner screen, there was a like a hashtag for people to use, right? Middle screen, bottom right. Like, we had this hashtag to use, right? But like, in order for me to use this, me personally, Tam, would have to go to Twitter, see if somebody used it, see if the thing was okay to use, get it to myself, right? So like snippet or whatever, and then put it up on a graphic and then send it to Brian. And that's like 8 steps. No thanks. No thanks. Not with all the other shit that I was doing. Yeah. Didn't a community event last year have a huge hangout spot to watch the live stream? Something like that at the event would be very cool. The issue, Snowy Apple, is the big issue with that, Snowy Apples, is like, where's the room at the event? Like, I don't know if you were in the event hall. We kind of didn't have room for like a dedicated viewing area, right? Like, there wasn't a big ass TV in the lobby that we could like go steal. And so it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't wait to be at Chicago and see it continue to get better. I think the idea of be better is not what I'm aiming for Chicago. I think my goal is to be smoother. Projector, maybe. I mean, there was a projector, right? Like, there was a projector at the thing, but people were just playing games. I can go find it. There was a projector and it had the match on it the whole time. Universe is CCG. Day 3. As we come all the way back here, so you can see it a little bit here. You ready? Middle screen, bottom right. This projector is showing what's happening on the stream. Press play. This projector is showing what's happening on stream, right? And so it is fun. Ways we've done it before is with deck registration. We have a questionnaire to fill out. Oh, that's cool. Pet cards, favorite character or archetype. Make as much information available to us beforehand so you don't have to integrate live items. I love that. Like, having a like having a QR code at the like registration desk of like, hey, asking questions or whatever. Because I don't think we can do it with deck registration because it's all based on UGN. But yeah. That is a good idea. I'll write that down. Yeah. Yeah. I'll put back on some music. Awesome shit. You should be proud. I am proud. I'm very proud. I'm happy with the product that I made. I'm happy with the product. I'm happy with like the casters. I'm happy with a lot of it. I'm happy with a lot of it. There's some things that I'm going to change for the next one, but all in all, I feel very, very good. All in all, I feel very, very good. With that though, unless there's anything crazy, I'm gonna like build a couple decks and then probably get off stream. We've been on for 2 hours just yapping about stuff. It's like 8 o'clock now. Like, I think I could deck build for a little bit. That sound okay? That sound fun? Build Shin Godzilla so I can steal it. Okay. I mean, maybe. This guy hates his girlfriend. This guy's girlfriend hates that he has to do work.
Time to deck build.
Yo! What up, Paul? How's it going, man? And this. Oh, I should get rid of this. I don't need this. Trying to get rid of all these bonus screens. Go deck build, lol. It's going good. Got sick from the event. Oh no! Oh no! Man, don't tag him. Don't ping him. I wish Nick had the table up and ready. I got a couple of these decks that I want to try. Dude, I want to try my Jet Jaguar deck so bad. My Jet Jaguar deck is an abomination. I built it earlier today. It is wild. It is wild. I want to try my Percy deck. Yeah. Nate is incredibly hyped for Jet Jaguar, and that should terrify everybody. I'm positive that the way that I'm playing Jet Jaguar is not the way that Nate is playing Jet Jaguar. My Jet Jaguar is buck wild. Do you want to see my Jet Jaguar? How many attacks is his Jet Jaguar playing? Not as many as mine. Guys, I got 40 of them things in there. Look at this guy. This is a real man's Jet Jaguar. This is a real man's Jet Jaguar. Matures back from the dead. Not quite. But this card in this character is crazy. Tam, I think we do the long work of adding the images into TTS and play a game. I refuse to. I'm not doing that. I refuse. No. No. I have to deck build, and so it is just. I don't want to spend the time to do that. But I have. I'm gonna spin a wheel. Let's spin a wheel. Wheels are fun. Let's come here. Slay the Spire 2 comes out tomorrow, early access. Yeah, I'm very excited for it. It's very cool. Oop. I'm getting people on the wheel. Dude, there's so many characters. Okay, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin it. I guess I should take off the ones that I've already done, huh? Because I've already done Biolante. I just put them all on. Hide choice. We're going to hide the ones we've already done. We want to hide you. We want to hide you. Because I'm down to do them again with like different symbols and such. Stop that. I only need one of you. Okay. One more wheel spin. One more wheel spin, I believe. I believe. We are making Godzilla Shin Godzilla. Yeah, let's do it. Dude, I don't know what this guy does. Chaos, Death, Life. Death, Chaos, Life. Go. Godzilla. Shin Godzilla. Create new deck. What the hell do you do? Response, a 723 response tenacious. After one or more rival foundations are destroyed by your effect, gain a health and add a power token to your stage. Enhance colons. Deck gets +2 damage. If it deals damage, you commit this card. If you do, your rival sacrifices the foundation. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's put one of it in the deck. I mean, the easy answer is we just play death. And we just play death and we put every evil card or every death card in the game and that destroys the thing. Chad, I think this might be the best rare in this set. I think this one's crazy. I have a whole dissertation on this card. If you have a power token on your stage at the top card, Blitz, your rival sacrifices a foundation. This card is just good. This card is sack a foundation, draw a card. It's a 5/high for 8 in my guy that makes him sack another one. This card is a maybe, I guess. Probably want 4 diffs though. If you have a power token in your stage, ruin one. Probably not. Probably better 5 diffs. Ground forces engage. Try to block this card. Reduce the speed of your attack to 1. No. After the attack deals damage, add a power token. It's kind of good. Dude, Deflect 4 is so much. Deep Sea Shred. After the attack is blocked, add a power token to your stage, gain 1 health. And that one's getting blocked for sure. If you have 8 or more cards removed from game pile, this gets +2 speed. Response: after you remove 1 or more cards from your hand, draw a card. This card's crazy. This card is Echo? Yo! That card's nuts. That card's very good. I think this card should exist in our deck at probably like a 1 or a 2 of. Gets -1 for each rival foundation destroyed. This attack cannot be partially blocked. I guess this can exist, but oh, it gets -1 if a rival has been destroyed this turn. Oh, that's significantly worse. This is significantly worse. Two more attacks in your card pool, draw a card, discard a card. No thanks. Gunflame Feint. One's pretty good. If this attack is not blocked, my rival sacrifices a foundation. I mean, this one is good. Minus speed plus speed. Some amount of these is probably fine. Rival at 8 foundations. If you have backups, support. If you have 2 backups, this gets 1/2. Titan takedown. If you have destroyed a foundation this turn, I bet I won't. Sacrifice foundation. After attack resolves, if you sacrifice the foundation, your rival sacks 1. I don't know how I'm sacking 1. This card is good. If this attack deals damage, they break 1. I wish you could find literally any of the Shadow Monarch cards second hand. Funny. Each player sacks a foundation. If your rival has 8 or more foundations, they sacrifice a foundation. So this is... They break 1. We both break 1. If your rival has 8 or more foundations, they sack a bonus. And then if it hits them... I think the Ghidorah 6 diff is probably just better, right? I never leave home without you. Rival discards 3 cards. They can sacrifice other foundations to cancel this. I think this card is very good. Sacrifice 1 foundation. Maybe this card isn't very good because I'm just trying to destroy theirs. I'll get over that. I'll take it out later. If your last attack this turn dealt damage, this gets 2/2. Okay. I will reset Ultra, I guess. Maybe I'm not deck building. Ultra crashed. Scott! Scott! Oh, we're back. We're live. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you. Shin Godzilla. I want you here. And then middle screen, bottom right. And then death, life, chaos, attack, go. We're on like page 3, yeah? Not quite, but close. Yeah, we were down here. Attack at 6 speed. For every 5 health you have, reduce this bonus by 1. Object deals damage. Your rival sacks are ready face up. It builds the top card of the deck. Man, if this card didn't rebuild, then this card would be very cool. You've gained health. Earthbreaker. Yippee. Inventor response. So play and enhance. Blitz, this card doesn't count as progressive to play foundations. I think Unfazed is very good. It's a 7/3. I think this card's good too. Is the production AMA over? It is making sense of us, but if you have questions, I don't mind answering. I'm just currently deck building Godzilla. Just gonna deck build a couple decks and then. But if you have questions, by all means. Sack a foundation, build a card from your hand face down. Our rival commits one. Your rival sacks a foundation, then commits a foundation, then flips one. There's a world where this card's like kind of dope. Like a 2-up maybe? Did you have any big surprises over the weekend? Did I have any big surprises over the weekend? What a fun one. Besides Matt asking me to do this like this big marketing thing that like we just hadn't discussed beforehand. No, not really. Honestly, the big surprise was like I thought that I was going to I thought that I was gonna have a chance to play. I thought I was gonna have a chance to like make more stuff in between rounds to like put up on the screen. And the answer was I solely ran out of time. I just ran out of time, truthfully. There's definitely a world where knockdown below Shin exists, but okay, if that's this world. It's not going to happen in this one, in this specific list. But if it's more not 4-check Shin Godzilla coded, yeah, I think it could. Right. Everything we got was amazing. Loved watching the event. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Make sure you let UVS Games know. Go into the official Discord and be like, yo, this was sick. Yo, this was dope. Duplicitous is cool. Ravages. Huh. I will discard the card, sacrifice the foundation, spends momentum. I mean, this card is good. Man, is 4-check Godzilla the way to go? Interesting. Interesting. Play this. Each player sacks a foundation. That means, yeah. I'm just here to like break as much stuff as I can. Like there's probably a world where like the 8 diff is probably just better than the other cards. Falling Crush, Trigrav. No. I don't think we're gonna play Acid Splash. It's good and cool, but I just don't think we need it. And I don't think we're gonna get enough destruction off of this to matter. Robot destroys the foundation. And flips one ready foundation. Also no. Like Shin's cool and all, but probably not. I love a singular true 100 in my foundation destruction decks. I know that's wild to say, but foundation destruction decks, the way that you beat them is by like overbuilding into the person who's trying to destroy you. Just like build a ton. And so then you go, oh, I guess I'll just play this and just try and kill you with it. Punisher's Beam. Speedrunning Godzilla characters? Nah, I'm just building a couple. I don't need these anymore. I'm just building a couple and seeing what we get to. I'm thinking like maybe 2 more tonight. Maybe 3, maybe 4. Just trying to keep it breezy. It's a 5 high for a 6 with a 2 low block. This card is a 4 low for 7 with a 2 mid block. I think this card is actually kind of dope. I don't need you. I do think that this is very good. I think there's actually a world where like we're just supposed to play all of these. Maybe not this one, but I do think there's a world where like double Colossus confrontation or destructive power makes sense. And I don't need you, that's for sure. And I do want you. I don't want you. You, I for sure want. 2 of you, 4 of you. It's a 7 damage throw that they have to block. If not, they break a foundation. I don't need you. Thermal Flame, I don't need you. I think a 1 of Oxygen Destroyer, just as like a little extra gotcha at the end, is very good. Maybe it could be a 2 of. It's gonna be a 1 of. It's gonna be a 1 of for sure. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this, and I don't think we need this. I think this is being like an 8 diff that we just like slam on the turn is like very good. Yeah, I don't need you. Let's look at block zones. We got our highs. I think Earthbreaker gets to be a 3 of. And then we can cut the Chivalrous, it's fine. I have no low blocks on attacks. I'm gonna put that Chivalrous back. Chivalrous charge. It's gonna go back to being a 2 of, and we might cut the bear actually. I think we might cut. If we cut 3 Bear's Bite, this card is just very good. What do we spend momentum on? The answer is nothing. This is powerful randomly. We don't really spend momentum. Maybe I just lose all the Bear's Bite and just 21 attacks. This is probably fine. Yeah, I'm down. Build in Chaos, you get this really funny mix of all Death Attune Foundation destruction attacks and then City Rampage. That's true. Yeah, there's probably, yeah, Cobuddy was saying something about Knockdown Blow Shin Godzilla, which probably is pretty cool. I just am not going to do that. First form remove. After you play this card, gain 2 health or add a destroyer counter to your character. What do you say? After you remove a counter. Monsters of the Deep is actually kind of decent for this deck. You like play Monsters of the Deep, crack their foundation, get the health, gain your power token, and then you play the 8 diff, you crack another foundation, and this thing's allowed to have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage on it. It's probably not the best, right? I have a list for Knockdown Blow Shin. I built it after he got revealed, so it's missing the stuff from Godzilla stuff, though. Yeah, that's fair. Where all paths converge. Kevin Broberg. Obviously, we play an airship. Doothvar is good. One of the good ones. Your range attack gets a speed. You matter? No. 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 Okay. I also built an infinity smiling list, which looks pretty cool. That is cool. Choose a foundation in your stage, build one from your discard pile with the same chosen name. Your rival may build the top card of their deck. There's a world where this is good, depending on the foundations that we have. The 6 checks on this simple package are actually insane. Finally free, inspiring song, syndicate target, swallowed by an abnormal display of might. Yes, they are very good. Yeah, there's a world where this is just supposed to be a 4-check deck. It's currently not the world that I'm living in. I'm trying to do the mixture, but the 6 checks are like very good at keeping you honest. Chomp having just randomly a breaker 2 block is like crazy. It's probably a 4 of. One Genkai's makes sense to me. 40 conflict. Okay. Let's look at Zero Diff Foundations. Probably just a Botan's angle. Yeah, Botan's make sense to me. If you're able to cycle this game, your next check gets +3. If you're able to cycle Destroy a Foundation, if you're able to cycle choose a card, doesn't count. Kind of crazy there's not very many 1 diffs in the Godzilla set. A lot of 2 diffs. Rebel plays their 3rd attack. This attack gets +1. Undercover Infiltration. It always goes in the list. It always gets cut. Inspiring song. 4. I'm not gonna bother with Tranquility of Death. I know it's normally in these like big 4-check or these big 6-check decks or 4-check attack decks, but I'm just not gonna bother. If you've gained health this turn, this deck is 1/1. Otherwise, gain 1. And we're gonna gain quite a bit of health after they destroy foundations. Injured on the battlefield. Pushing the limits after I sacrifice a foundation. Just don't know how often I'm going to be doing that, honestly. Desperate Plea. We're for sure playing that one. Probably at a 4 of. We're trying to build some cards. Emerging Threats, build 1. Horrifying Realization. Display of Might. Attack with 8 difficulty. Yep. Yep. I think there's no reason not to play this card. The Wild Deadlock Enhance. So why is Scared Stiff a weapon? Oh, AOT 1. You're so quirky. Tam, how do I put in a ticket to add a new emote? You just put in a ticket over on my Discord. And if I like your emote, then I will just add it. Rebel loses health. This foundation's destroyed. Oh wait, I guess I missed the 0 diff 6 check. Am I crazy? Yeah, I missed the syndicate target. We even talked about it. We want to go to page 3. What? That's too far. Pitching in. Oh, that's too far. 2 diffs. Sacrifice X power tokens. Destroy one rival foundation with X difficulty. So this is trade this for a face down, which is really good. I won't pretend that it's not. And it has a deadlock enhance. Trade this for a 0 diff is not bad. Once per turn, your turn, sacrifice power token, ready this. After one of our rival foundations is destroyed due to your effect, gain 2 health. There's something here. Final Wars, yes please. It's gonna be a 1 of in every deck. Enhance flip, draw a card. You may sacrifice 2 power tokens. If you do, draw 2 cards instead. This card is not very good, but it certainly got my symbols on it. 2/5 flip, draw 1 is probably not where I want to be. But it could be a draw 2. Add this card to your momentum. If a rival foundation is destroyed this turn, gain a health and draw a card. I mean, I guess. It's just got my face on it, you know? After you take damage from an unblocked attack, add an attack with difficulty 5 or greater from a discard pile to your hand. Moment of Normalcy. IDK that be in every deck, giving +1 damage your opponent moves seems a little stinky. Just block, forehead. What are you, not blocking? What are you, not one of those blockers? What do you, hate blocking? Can't believe you hate blocking so much. That's wild that you hate blocking. Just block, dummy. Wow, chat, point and laugh. We got a non-blocker. Chat, we got a guy who doesn't block. Makeshift repair. If text is partially blocked. The coolest thing about rotation is I gotta actually pay attention to these Star Trek cards now, because they might be relevant. They might exist. One of my foundations to destroy this deck is +2 or -2 damage. Huh. This card is so interesting because it doesn't say your foundations, it says after 1 or more foundations. So we are allowed to, like, destroy their foundation, flip a card for +2. +2 or -2. Which might just be good enough, you know? You're gonna exist because you're a 6 check? Against a tough bunch. After unblocked tech deals damage, rival loses 3 health. No. Sack 1 against -3 speed. I mean, this card's very good. Form, sacrifice, destroy foundation, your combat phase ends. Sack 1, gain 1 +2 damage on my next turn. It's not great, but it's probably fine. Again, my goal is to keep their foundation count low. If we had a way to do this with 3 checks or with flip costs, I would do that instead, but they may remove a foundation. Boo. I want to make them destroy a foundation. It does say selective destroys. That's not bad. No, I agree. I agree. It's not bad. Building foundations is dope. Players with 6 or more destroy 1. I think having some amount of war pleasure is probably good. The big fall. For one or more foundations destroyed. It's all the same trigger. Okay. 3 diffs. Numbers advantage. E-commit. This attack gets +1 for each card you remove from game pile. So interesting. Finally free. After you sacrifice one more foundations, who cares? Rival plays their 3rd attack this grade of this turn. Your next rival's next check to play an attack gets -1. This card is so cool. We just card saw more play. I could be the change that I want to see in the world, but I won't. Your attack, your rival destroys one face of foundation and gets +X damage. X with the block modifier of the destroyed foundation. I mean, there's a world where this card exists. I've been a big fan of 3 difficulties this set. So maybe it'll work out. But probably not. Treachery. Response commit. After your opponent plays a non-attack card, discard 1 card from any card pool. Jesus! Jump scare. A mortal shapeshifter look broken in Shin Godzilla? It does look broken in Shin Godzilla. Okay, so I think I'm gonna kill the Replicate Enthusiast as much as I love it. I'm gonna play 4 Chomp. I'm gonna play 1 Genkai. Let it rock. 4, 1, 4. This is my draw power. This is my build power. I guess this is probably better draw power than Beta Shift, right? And you're pretty good. You get to be a 3 of. We definitely like you. I don't think I need Destroya emerges. Maybe it stays a 1 of. Wrath of Godzilla. I think this card's not very good. Final Wars, I love. Drawing power, we don't need. We've got 1 diffs for this. Shin Godzilla arrives. Add this to your momentum. If a rival foundation was destroyed this turn, gain a health, draw a card. I've got 1 diffs for this. Yes. This is a 2 of. Short lived promotion. Nah, it's okay. Greater goal. After 1 or more foundations is destroyed, this deck gets +2 or -2. If I was not a coward and I was down to play this at a 4 of, I think that I would be down to play this one. But I just don't think that I'm going to do it. I think instead I'm just going to be like, here's Defend the City. I'm going to play double Final Words. I'm going to play 4 Weapons Clash. I like the Warp Pleasure. We'll play 4 Invincible Body. How many cards is this? 80? We can cut 40 cards. We need them to be highs and mids. Can't touch the lows. Block zones. I'm down to just increase this number and this number. No reason not to. Block zones. We've got 16 now. We can live with 16. Okay. Let's go. Warped Pleasure can leave. Let's go. I think Defend the City is probably better than Display of Might. I know Display of Might says draw a card. Defend the City. Display of Might only touches like 4 cards or 6 cards in our deck. Whereas Defend the City is just like build a card, you know? Let's go double Invisible Body and be a little more aggressive. And I'm going to get rid of the Horrifying because I think that Beta Shift is just going to do a better job at doing the thing. We can get rid of Destroyra. We can get rid of Final Wars. We're just trying to get this down to like 68 cards, I think. I don't want to cut the Invisible Infiltration. I think giving these like 1/1 is like very good. 2 cards. 2 mid blocks. I mean, it might just be the Final Words. Am I crazy? Or it could be like 1 Final Word, 1 Chomp. This is probably fine. Might even be Doothfar. $67. Draw first hand. It's good looking first hand. Can't really argue with that. Redraw. It's good looking first hand. Build, 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 build. Play this. Get the thing that we want. If this thing hits, we break 2 of their foundations. Seems pretty good. Seems like a good place to be. At least to start. Zilla standard format. And now it's time to spin the wheel. Where are you? Godzilla, Shin Godzilla, take you off. We're spinning. This guy sucks. This guy's so fucking lame, dude. This guy's not even remotely interesting. We're gonna make the exact same fucking deck we just made. Ugh. Spike Spiegel, fucking ass. And by that I mean how cool. I'm really excited to make Destroyer or whatever. Create a new deck. Destroyer. How are you ever played? Man. Do you give me more counters? What gives me more counters? After this attack deals damage, grab 2 counters. Okay. Remove up to 2 counters from your character. This deck gets 2 damage for each counter removed this way. No. There's just not a add a counter to your character card anymore. Remove wall counters. Yeah, there's just not an add a counter to your character anymore. It just doesn't exist. That sucks. Okay, so attack. We do have to figure out what symbol we're on. Remove 6 counters. Horn stab. Remove a counter. This gets +2 or -3 speed. So the number one thing that I know is we have to play 4 of this guy. We just have to play 4 of this one. Dude, this card is so sick. Remove up to 2. It gets 2 damage for each counter removed this way. I never want to remove counters. After you remove 1 or more counters from your character to pay a cost, add a power token to your stage. I do want to play this one. I think this one's a 4 of. After attack resolves, flip it. You've gained health this turn. Oh, Destroyer. Am I just making the same death deck I just made? I hope not. Beginning the combat phase, add 2 destroyer counters to this card. +2 or -3 speed, remove 6. Destroy 2 rival non-character cards. I think the bottom ability doesn't matter. I think giving this thing 2 speed, making it a 6 low for 5, and getting a power token is good enough. And the form is just like if I get lucky. Gain 2 health if your max health, it gets 2 damage. Acidic slap or sap. Acidic sap. Power token stage. Already won. No. I'm getting power tokens is going to be hard. This is a death card? This is a death card and it is very good. Add 2 cards from this card on the top of your deck in any order. This attack gets +2 damage. This card is so crazy, man. This one is good. This is making me play underwater. This is making me play underwater. Fuck it, we'll play water. Why not? This deck's gonna be bad anyways. There's not much saving this guy, so let's just do the damn thing. Falling fire. Protective damage. Add 2 destroy counters. Yeah, we got you. I mean, this card lets us try and win the game. Sure wish we gave damage and not speed. Dude, this card's wild in OG Godzilla. This card's wild in OG Godzilla. Holy cow. This is a 10 damage unblockable move. This is just a 10 damage unblockable move in OG Godzilla. Wow. Oh man. After that deals damage. Ready foundation. Removes a 2. It gets a damage for each counter move this way. So slow. If you have 2 or more power tokens in your stage. Great Yamada attack. Why did we let this guy get printed like this? Why did we let this guy get printed like this? He has 1 ability on him. One. A singular ability. Destructive fire. And he doesn't even have like some like pump up condition to like give him more counters on like a foundation. Like, where's my pump up for Destroyera? If we had a pump up situation, I think it'd be fine. And +2 speed is nothing. Ugh. I'm not doing this. I'll do it tomorrow. There's no way. I have no interest in Destroyer at all. I'm sitting here watching feel my eyes glaze over. It's just not happening. Chat, pick somebody else. I'm just deleting this. Sitting here feeling my eyes glaze over. It's wild. No thanks. I got sunflower seeds. Batra? Batra's crazy. I can do Batra. Psycho says Space Godzilla and set it first. I'll do Batra first, and then we'll do Space Godzilla. I'll do Batra, then Space Godzilla, and probably call it a night. Alright. We've got Batra. Your attack gets 2/2. Do I have a good spot to put this? I don't. I'll just use this. Okay. You can make its -2 your Rival Commits Foundation. After attack deals damage, ready discard and seal Rival Foundation. Okay. The question is, how do we kill people? Ready your character. Attack has 3 speed on playable. Bravo has 4 more committed foundations. So received a speed and damage bonus. Commit and freeze one rival non-character card. Card seems insane in our deck. After this card is removed to pay a cost, you may play it from removed from game pile. That's this turn. If you do remove this card when it leaves your card pool. So if we play under Void, we just get this forever, or for free. And we get to block with it out of discard pile. And we get to attack with it out of discard pile. Incubating plus this card is like stupid. Like it makes me just like want to just play. Just makes me want to play Void. And like the fact that we get to play Void, we get to play along with it, like we give this thing the 2/2. If we play Void, how do we ready our cards? It's probably just a Void angle. I think I'm just down for Void. I think that this card with Incubating is just too powerful not to. Your character's committed at a cardio stage? Nah. From mill 2, remove a card from your discard pile. This deck gets X speed. X equals the printed difficulty of the removed card. Probably not, right? This card is kind of dumb. Tackle's pretty good. Increased velocity. 7 mid for 5? Whoa. This is an 8 for 7? Seems pretty good. I think this card is very good in our deck. Once in your card pool, other attacks. Good stuff. I don't think Thunder Barrages were in a 5 for 5 is pretty alright. That guy's pretty good. Levi's Rampage. Tavern Landing. Sent to battle. First official kill. Get moving. After an attack deals damage, ready this card and seal Rival Foundation. I probably should be playing. I'm just doing a bad job, I think. I've just been live too long. Hello! What up, Brianna? How are you? I might have to just bail on this, actually. I think being live earlier and now being live now is kind of messing with me. Because there's a world where I'm supposed to just like play a bunch of sealed stuff, right? Because, like, this says seal 2 of their cards. This is a 7 mid for 7 that seals essentially 2 cards, right? It's a 7 mid for 7. This seals a card. And then this seals a card. Huh. And like we haven't even looked at like Wingnut Sabotage. That's probably just like a 4 in my deck. Like, it also says this also lets us like the number one goal that I'm trying to do with the number one goal that I'm trying to do with like all of these Godzilla decks is try to like really explore like what decent 2 checks and 1 checks look like. And like we get to play the Mollymock card that's like a damage for every sealed card they have. Because I do think that is very good. What am I playing? I'm playing a card game called Universes. Right? And like this is like a mini version of it. And so I feel like it's a decent kill con, honestly. I might be too married to Bachelor Arrives to consider a 2 check, but that's a good one. So we do have like, so we're playing under Void, so we get the get out of jail free card of playing of like turning our 2s into 3s, right? When it matters. But you're right. I mean, Bachelor Arrives is like hella good. I think the real difference is like I don't know if I get to get away with things like Aero Kokosho, right? Yeah, like this card is like this card feels like a truck, dude. Especially if you make it a 7-9 for 7 to start. Like it's very good. But this might just be too cheeky. It might be too cute. Yo! Negamat, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's very kind. So the other thing that I'm not like considering is like the commit a foundation to re-ready your thing. We could just be playing under the air symbol for Defiant Stance. And that honestly might just be like enough to push his character up and above. Because it says like for every Defiant Stance our like ability is free. But the question is, under the air symbol, how do we kill people? Because 2/2 is good. But is it good enough? Because I don't want it to be... I don't think this guy's an order character. I think he is either a Void or an air character. Void to do the defensive tricks that we're doing. And then air just for Defiant Stance. But is Defiant Stance enough of a reason, you know? You block an attack with a keyword ability. How do we kill people under the order symbol anymore? I mean, it might just be this whole milling idea, or the sealing idea. Commit and freeze a non-rival character card. Like, this card's just a beating, dude. Lose a health. Selectively seal 2 cards. That gets a damage for each sealed foundation. So even if this is just your opener, right? It's just the opener. It's a 7 high for 9. That's pretty good. 7 high for 9 that sealed 2 cards rather than like this guy that commits the 2. And then like some amount of wingnut sabotages to like follow it up. 7 high for 9 into 8 high 8. I'm gonna play every wingnut sabotage possible. Megalomania gets to do the same thing. The fact that Badger gives speed and damage is just so gross. Because, like, giving these, like, even extra stats is just, like, nasty. There's enough Attune stuff that I wonder if on air we can Tricky Spinner to play more Sabotage. I mean, you're probably not wrong. This card also has Order to like do this like pseudo idea on Order. And like the big thing about Order and Void, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make this deck tonight. I'm fading fast. The thing about Order and Void is it has access to Secretary of Defense after you seal one of them, commit one of them. And so this card's actually like, after you seal a rival foundation, commit one or more rival foundation, commit one of them. This is, I commit a foundation, ready this card, seal a rival foundation, commit Secretary of Defense, they commit one, which is like extra committal on their turn. Like, I actually think this guy with Secretary of Defense under Order and Void, with things like Imprisoned, just like turns your whole stage sideways. Like, just turns them sideways. Battle preparations to go pick up sabotages. Yeah, I'm finding my issue with this guy is exactly what I thought it would be. Is he's like just open-ended enough to be like, what do I do? And just straightforward enough to be like, I'm not inspired. Like, this guy plays such regular universes. Man, this card's so crazy. This card better be on a watch list. This card better be on a watch list. Yeah, I think I gotta get out of here, guys. I really appreciate you guys all hanging out with me, but I'm just fading. I've had a long work day. It's been like roughly a 12-hour day, and so I think I'm gonna down. I was looking forward to if I was banned in the Hellscape for 2027 and made it a 3 diff. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Tomorrow we've got the Tammy Barrett Universe's Super Show. We're gonna talk a bit about Worlds. Obviously, come in and ask your questions. Talk to me about Worlds. It'll be very fun. But with that, let me see if there's somebody live over on Twitch that I may hit with a bit of a love raid. Yeah. Get a friend playing Warzone. Haven't talked to this guy in 100 years. But you know, they're playing cards or they're playing games. Let's have them play games. Easy peasy. Go in, at least say hi. Do the nice stuff. Raid channel? Alright. Bye everybody. Bye! Bye everybody, bye! Bye everybody, we'll see you, bye! Bye smooches, mwah, 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 bye! Bye everybody, bye!